Okay, if you're in a band and you're staying at the Motel 6 and you add a band member and now you're at the Ritz-Carlton, keep your issues to yourself. All right? You went from a Motel 6 in a sketchy part of town to a Four Seasons in the shopping district. Stop talking.
27 million viewers tuned in for a major moment during the WNBA All-Star Game. What followed in the media room afterward ignited heated discussion and divided the basketball community. Colin Cowherd delivered one of his most forceful critiques in recent memory, directing it squarely at Los Angeles Sparks guard Kelsey Plum. This was bigger than a box score or highlight. It became a conversation about respect, appreciation, and the risks of publicly challenging the player many believe is fueling the league's surge. Cowherd did not hide his frustration. The 2025 All-Star Showcase in Indianapolis was designed to celebrate elite talent. Instead, it left some observers calling the aftermath a misstep.
Well, it was a very powerful moment. We didn't, at least as players, we didn't know that was going to happen. So I think it was kind of like a genuine surprise. But the T-shirt, just United front, was determined this morning that we had a meeting for. And, not to tattletale, but 0 members of Team Clark were very present for that. But no, we were just, we had a very,
that really needed to be mentioned.
I'm trying to make a situation light, okay? But yeah, no, I think it was just all of us getting on the same page for the game. We wanted to do something that was just united and collective, and I thought that it was a very powerful moment and got the point across. And sometimes you don't have to say anything.
Before tip-off, players from both squads stepped onto the court wearing black shirts carrying a clear message about compensation. The crowd responded as millions watching at home saw a united front regarding salary negotiations. The visual was powerful and organized. But the mood shifted once microphones were turned on. In the post-game press conference, Kelsey Plum made remarks that many interpreted as directed at Caitlin Clark. The tone did not sound accidental. It triggered swift reaction online.
I think it was a terrible PR decision. Judging by the response on social media, it was a PR disaster. All right, an absurd move right before the All-Star game.
Plum spoke about the protest's importance and mentioned that the group had discussed it earlier in a team meeting. She then highlighted that Clark's All-Star group had not been present for that planning session. That single detail quickly overshadowed the broader message.
So the T-shirts don't bother me. But why do you take a shot at the Golden Goose, Caitlin Clark? You guys were flying before she arrived on one of those airlines that made you pay for a cup of water. One of those airlines that is the planes are the color of a highlighter.
A large portion of fans felt the comment missed the mark. Clark has been central to the sport's recent visibility, transforming regular season contests into must-watch television. On his program, Colin Cowherd responded with clear intensity. He questioned the logic behind publicly singling out the athlete who has drawn record attention to the league. His reaction was direct and...
I don't mind the T-shirts. I think you have leverage. I think you deserve more than 9%. But it's just misstep after misstep. It's time to grow up, girls, like fast.
Cowherd acknowledged that players have every right to push for improved salaries. At the same time, he cautioned against public criticism that could undermine momentum. He pointed to the league's rising profile and argued it should be recognized. Using a vivid comparison, he described the WNBA's recent jump in popularity as a dramatic step up, crediting Clark as a driving force behind it. He encouraged veteran players to address concerns.
It's going to get more profitable as women's basketball gets better, as the Caitlin Clark momentum train gets bigger. I mean, this year she's not playing well, she's hurt, she's not there for all the games, so this is actually not as great as it could.
He supported his stance with data. Prior to Clark's arrival, average broadcasts reportedly hovered around 400,000 viewers. This season, Indiana Fever matchups frequently surpass 1.7 million viewers, with some climbing beyond 3 million. Arena attendance reflects similar growth. Fever home dates often sell out, and visiting games that once featured noticeable empty seats now fill when Indiana
literally went from an average walk-in price of $121 to 64 bones. $64 to get in once Caitlin Clark's injury came out. that she wasn't going to play. And I'm very interested to see what those ratings look like.
For years, reports suggested the league operated at an annual loss. Now financial outlooks indicate it is approaching stability. Many supporters attribute a significant share of that progress to Clark's drawing power. Cowherd stressed that while Plum is an accomplished and respected player, her national reach has not matched the scale Clark has generated. He openly questioned why anyone would criticize a figure expanding the audience so dramatically.
She knew exactly what she was doing. She knew she was being shitty, and she was. That's what she was doing. She knows Caitlin Clark's got a ton of fans that support her, and she purposely gave her a double middle finger.
There is an obvious tension in the situation. Players advocating for better compensation is entirely reasonable, yet targeting the individual who appears to be boosting revenue seems counterproductive to some observers. Clark's background explains the intensity of the debate. She became the all-time leading scorer in NCAA Division I history with 3,685 points. She led Iowa to back-to-back national championship appearances and attracted television audiences comparable to, and at times larger than, major men's tournament games. In her rookie professional campaign, she elevated ratings, packed arenas, strengthened sponsorship activity, and injected fresh excitement into the league. Cowherd ultimately characterized Plum's comments as avoidable and cautioned that visible division could slow long-term growth. His central message was straightforward: appreciate the player broadening opportunities, minimize public friction, and concentrate on advancing the league together.